Hell yeah. Now that's the shit I'm talking about.
What is going on, everybody? Back here again. It's been a while. That money and power and powder. Merkovich is on that powder. Out of here. The episode gets an automatic 8 because we finally got Merkovich up out of here. We no longer have to hear Jay Nard. Also, is it the beginning of the end? Diamond, boy, I like this Diamond right here. Ever since we got Leon up out here, Diamond been on his ish, man. And Jannard looking scared. Shanti wants him to take out his brother. Diamond wants Jannard to take out a D-Mac. So what's going on with that? And Claudia is alive, guys. My baby Maria is back. We ready to line Mr. Egan up. We ain't forgot about the plan, mommy. Mommy got him wrapped around the finger. And Kilo, he can't sleep, babe. He can't eat, babe. With D-Mac in his life. All that and more in your Power Book 4 Force Season 3, final season, Episode 1 review. Let's get into it, guys. What's going on, y'all? We are back for Power Book 4 Season 3, final season, y'all.
Hell yeah. Now that's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, hit that like button while you're at it. Make sure to hit the comments down below what you thought of this episode. Guys, I was gonna bring back my my catch-up format, which is my 2-camera system, but I was kind of like in a rush, but I might just keep it this way, to be honest. I don't know, but I might bring it back next episode. I'm a little on a time crunch right now. I'm getting this out the way, and then immediately after this, guys, I'll be getting live on Brillo, the Big Reviews channel, but it'll be simulcast here. So DMC or back, we'll be doing the predictions as well. So make sure to tune in to that after you watch this, or you may be watching it before you get to this. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into the things. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of do this recap style. So what to say, but I pretty much got everything in the order I want to talk about here. So let's go ahead and get into today's show, shall we? Can I get a close up, Mr. DeVille? That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. All right. We got to start off the episode. And I usually do a segment called Power, Powder, and Respect. And the Powder Award definitely goes to Berkovich. J Nard. Out of here. The episode, I don't care what nobody say. This episode automatically gets an 8. At least an 8 for me. But of course, you know, I ain't gonna lie, the acting was kind of weird, a little all over the place, but this definitely brought it up for me. So we no longer have to hear J Nard anymore if you're Serbian, right? So the Marquez, I guess the guy that's their lawyer or whatever, slipped him a piece of paper. At first, I was kind of like, "Oh, is he fake? Maybe he faking his death." But after watching the episode, I was like, "Nah, he up out of here." Hopefully, he's not faking his death. But he's definitely up out of here. Finally. Still, I don't, just like Claudia, not exactly the way I wanted him to go out. I just want Tommy to do everybody in. Maybe Tommy just can't get to everybody, but definitely he needs to get to Claudia. But we're gonna talk about Claudia in just a second. But we got to talk about this. This was kind of a nothing burger, so to say. Let's go ahead and talk about Maria and Miguel, and of course Tommy's gonna be coming in a little bit after this, and you know, of course they had the scene where she put the gun to her chin, but I guess for the algorithm, I'll just leave that out. But I should have included it. But anyway, yeah, my baby Maria, mommy Maria is playing everybody. just wait, we lie you up, Mr. Egan. But anyway, so yeah, so we had predictions of course, she was in charge of his medicines, things of that nature. So she was going to get him out the picture that way. I don't know if I really see that happen anymore. That didn't come into play here. And then Miguel just ended up letting her go. There was just all that tension and all that tension from the end of season 2 leading into this, and you kind of knew this is where it had to go. So this just had no ramifications, no consequences at all, and it just kind of, it was a little deflating, to be honest, because you knew Miguel wasn't gonna eliminate his sister, and obviously the sister is not going to eliminate Miguel because she gives Tommy an ultimatum, a promise that he probably cannot. I never make a promise that I can't keep. Can't keep that promise. So Tommy didn't directly say. He just said he wasn't going to kill him. So of course I think he's going to find a loophole and get rid of Miguel another way. But even though, just like Claudia, Tommy, it needs to be you directly, point blank range. But anyway, let's move on here. Of course, Tommy comes begging, pleading, baby, baby, baby. Look at that face, trash, man. Let's put him on the solo screen. Oh no, man, you lucky my solo screen ain't working right now. I ain't got time to do this on the fly. So we'll just keep it right here. Maybe I'll blow it up in editor or something like that. Yeah, this is the ugliest face I have ever seen. You got it bad. But so yeah, Miguel reveals that he let Maria go, and like I said, this just felt like a huge nothing burger. Tommy should be up out of here by all means, but of course, Miguel is gonna keep the peace and let Tommy still do business for the plot, of course. Got to keep that plot on, right? Tommy ain't going nowhere. So if I were to say like the low point of the episode, it would have to be this whole triangle between the three of them, because you just knew it wasn't really going anywhere. As in the season 2, nobody was dying. So it was just like all that tension for what? So let's go ahead and go. Let's talk about Shanti and Tommy teaming up for a hot second here. The Marquez cartel were sent after them. Of course, they dropped some bodies. Tommy here looking like Max Payne. So right now, just another day, another day of survival, right? But of course, Shanti is making plans to get Tommy up out of here, to get Diamond up out of here. And of course, we don't think Jannard is gonna go through it, because Jannard is looking scared. All right, let's go ahead and go to Claudia. I already talked about this in the shorts in my initial reaction, and I knew she was not up out of here. We didn't get any mention of this in the trailer. It was like they was purposely trying to keep that close to the chest here. So I was like, she's probably still alive. I thought maybe she was gonna be like in a wheelchair or something like that, but she's good and dandy. But of course, she still may have a target on her back. Of course, she's supposedly under the protection of the Marquez cartel, right? But I'm not so sure. Should she run it back on Baby D? Baby D, let's go back to you. Timu, Baby D, you had one job. How did you not kill this woman? Plot on her. But anyway, so yeah, I do think she needs to be saved for Tommy. Tommy, it needs to be you. Point blank range, it needs to be you, my guy. So that's the only reason Claudia is saved. But I pretty much spoke my piece on Claudia beforehand, before this review anyway. Let me see. I don't want to talk about this lady this long. I just do not care about the law enforcement aspect of force. I don't really care about this character. Will she get to mayor? Probably not. Probably not. I would say if this was not the final season, and it was going to continue, I could definitely see her becoming mayor and having that political aspect, kind of like Rashad Tate, so to say. But this is the final season. I don't see her getting that position. I don't know if I necessarily see her dying either, but of course she's gonna be obsessed with Tommy Egan, and this is gonna derail her eventually. Not to mention that Flynn is, a mole pretty much for Tommy with the feds. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and skip over to, since we're already on the law enforcement thing. Vic, of course, he's still in bed with the feds, and he tried to run before Tommy caught up with him, of course. And I think this is going to come into play. Whatever evidence he said he could bring down everybody, this could come into play later on in the season. But I think that's pretty much it for Vic. Of course, he tried to escape at the end of the episode with the runaway hat, and of course that did not work. He is Tommy's bitch for life. Okay. I told y'all this wasn't gonna be long. I got a live I gotta get to. So also we had Tommy trying to get work from the Albanians because, of course, we got that vacancy left for Merkovich, right? He's up out here, Merk in the dirt. Of course, Miguel got to him first. And, I said Miguel has the power in this episode. So Merkovich has the powder. Miguel has the power. So a little power play got to him before Tommy did. But, of course, it looked like Buddy here was kind of thinking over things. So eventually he might come to Tommy's side, or either that or by force, pun intended, right? And so we got that on the table there. And I think I already kind of touched on this aspect here as far as Tommy going to Maria towards the end of the episode and saying, hey, I promise not to kill Miguel. Fingers crossed. But I think he's definitely going to find a little loophole here. I don't know. Maria seemed kind of like a background player, so to say, in this episode. I don't know if she's going to be just chilling at the house all season. And Tommy, go do your thing. But yeah, it's secretly me and Maria are getting ready to line Mr. Egan up. Yes, we are. And of course, we got to talk about the cover athlete, D-Mac. I kill people. I caught another body today. That's what I do. And of course, he's trying to get that work, and Diamond is trying his best to get him to lay low, and he just won't do it. Totally disrespectful here. King Kilo. Look at that face. I can't sleep. I can't eat because I can't sleep, baby. I can't eat, baby. With D-Mac in my life, he need to go on. Get him up out of here. So, yeah. King Kilo wants old buddy up out. Where's Rojas? That's what I need. Where's Rojas at? But anyway, so yeah, he wants him dead. And then a little bit later on, we go to Jannard putting that little bug in Diamond's ear. And Diamond's already on one since Leon's death. And now this is either, sowing either more dissension between him and Tommy. I think it's going to come to a head. We shall see. That's what it looks like. And but yeah, he's finding out Tommy is with Maria, and he confronts him, of course. And yeah, I just don't see these two lasting very long. And then of course, towards the end of the episode right here, we got D-Mac getting in the car with Jannard, and Jannard is, at this point, he's making a plan with Shanti, and Shanti's like, let's just string him along. Let's, so I don't think he's gonna plan to kill him at this point. I think he's just kind of bringing him in, getting them situated, things of that nature, softening them up for the blow, so to say. But yeah, Jannard, yeah. Jannard is spooked, man. So I don't know which way Jannard is gonna go, guys, but that has been your Force review. Next time I'll probably change up the setup just a little bit. but I had to go ahead and get things out because I'm a procrastinator. All right, guys, that has been your Force episode 1 review. Make sure to tune in to the predictions pack from the DMC. I will be going live in about 30 minutes from now. So I'm gonna try to go and get this video up first, and then y'all go check that out later, man. Make sure to hit that like button, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. That's the shit I'm talking about.